there's never been in recorded history any interaction between people where you didn't have people being mistreated. So you've never had what you call a perfect government on the planet. And I think that's why even the people who own slaves, like the founders of the Constitution in the Northwestern Hemisphere, they, when they wrote a Constitution and they began to form what they called a new government, I mean, kind of breaking out of the old European system, the people in the Northwestern Hemisphere assemble and they say, we're going to form a new type of government, and it's going to be a more perfect union. Now, I don't know what more perfect could have meant. I mean, you know, perfect is perfect. So how can you be more perfect if you're perfect? But this is the terminology that they use. They were kind of stumbling and fumbling, apparently, with the language, because they were trying to break away from something that had gone in the past and come up with something new. But no one has come up with anything new yet that has made people have interaction with each other. That's the way, hypothetically, that it should be. What type of world government should be in place? And I say a government that's never been in recorded history, and that is, based on logic, a government of justice. And what would that mean? You have to guarantee that no person is mistreated. You have to guarantee that no person is mistreated. That should be a guarantee. And you have to guarantee that the person that needs help the most gets the most constructive help. There's never been a government in recorded history of any kind, anywhere on the planet, in recorded history, that could fill that bill. But that should be the goal of all correct thinking people. But what we have now is this tragic arrangement that doesn't get any better than tacky. There's 3 T's of that tragic arrangement between all people on the planet because of the existence of racism. And that is tacky, trashy, terroristic. Now you watch people as they go about doing whatever they're doing every day. For one thing, you have hypocrisy. Just in the way people go about talking to each other, you can almost feel the hypocrisy. People are smiling when they really don't mean to smile. People shake hands. People hug. People go through a lot of little rituals that are strictly surface. There's no depth to this at all. And the victims of racism, black people, do a lot of hugging and high-fiving and a lot of grinning and smiling. But because of the overlay of the system of racism, it doesn't have any depth. It won't hold up. If you just scratch the surface of it, that trashiness comes to the surface. And then if you try to improve on the trashiness, the terrorism kicks in. That's why in what we call black neighborhoods in the Northwestern Hemisphere and other parts of the world, selectively, black people have to walk around at midnight looking over their shoulders. Why? Because they fear being harmed by whom? Other black people. But the system of white supremacy brings this about. All the situations are full of anxiety. You don't have a situation anywhere on the planet that's the way it ought to be. Between black people or between white people, and certainly not between black people with white people. Nowhere on this planet do you have a situation that even comes close. According to what? According to the way that it should be, according to logic.